Part 8, Nightmare Act 3. Act 2 was an absolute breeze with this charge strikes on, and I feel like Act 3 is going to be even better. With the massive amounts of AoE from Lightning Fury, fetishes and flares stand no chance against her. She's so confident she doesn't even need to stop the Wanderer to ask for directions. We return to Spider Cavern, and remember that Zark the Burning can cause some issues, although this build pretty much puts the kibosh on it. Coming out of the Spider Cavern, I encounter every Act 3 hater's dream, the Flayer Jungle, right outside the Spider Cavern. This was such an amazing map. Not only that, the waypoint was right next door. I get trolled by the Flayer Jungle though. This area is completely empty and seems like the perfect spot for the Gibbon and Flayer Dungeon. I stop at Alcor to gamble a ring for crafting. Remember that if you still have Edge Bow, you can reduce the vendor prices by a bit, but it's sometimes worth waiting till a ring drops for free. I tried cubing a blood ring with Soul, Perfect Ruby, and any jewel, and I get some okay stats, but unfortunately they had the worst resistances on them. As I'm going through Nightmare, I start trying to look for some item bases to get ready for Hell. Here I'm searching for a 2-socketed Grim Shield, as I am very picky on the types of shields I want. This one rolled lower defense. Remember, you don't need to be as picky as me. I'm just super anal about certain types of items in the game. Indugu finally gave me a real challenge to Nightmare, a lightning immune. Because this type of Amazon is primary lightning damage, she can't really do anything to the lightning immunes. What do? Here I have to resort to having my Valkyrie and my Mercenary take him down, or I could skip him. But looks like my team got the best of him, and he was the one walking away. Although he's not lightning immune, Stormtree is lightning resistant, so it took a little bit more effort to bring him down, but not by much. Here I decided to take on a lightning immune, but get distracted and find a Lumberun instead. So I sit on the sidelines and take a look at the most unorganized inventory and cheer on my team. Good work, team! Once again, up against Serena and her Maids of Battle, and I feel like I'm playing on Players 1. Please nerf. I gamble again with Alcor for circlets, this time getting an amazing Necromancer circlet, and then I make everyone in Diablo 2 universe weep by selling it. Guys, I'm an Amazon, seriously. Even though I had really good jungle RNG with the maps, it was a trade-off and I had one of the worst possible sewer maps, all the way in the center of the map instead of on the sides like it usually is. Back to Council. Even though my character is significantly more powerful than before, you still don't want to rush into Council right away, so take them 1 or 2 at a time. Level 62, I realized that my strength was low in previous levels and start to focus a bit more there, as I want to aim for some elite tier armor for my Smoke Rune word. I also go for more points into Power Strike synergy. Nightmare Mephisto. I got pretty lucky with my Valkyrie at the start by summoning one that casts amp damage, but unfortunately it didn't last forever. I should have picked up a lower resist wand at this point, but I figured I was probably too powerful to even care. Nice drops, Mephisto! Dual Ice and Hearts breastplates. After Mephisto, I start to head to Countess to farm up a soul rune to cube some magic javelins that I found along the way. And got super lucky. I didn't even have to make it to Countess. So with Soul, Perfect Emerald, and a Jewel, I craft a not so great pair of ceremonial javelins. They have less skills and don't even have attack speed on them. I find a superior partisan in the Countess Tower. Although not Eth, it is 4 sockets and can be a nice base for insight, so I decide to hang on to it. I notice that besides having the most unorganized stash, I have 3 am runes, which if I find a chipped amethyst, can make a soul rune for insight, so I start hunting around for chipped gems. So I decide to go to normal, as it would be easier to find chips. I make my way to Tristram and grab Wert's leg to make cows. Cows is a really great place to farm for just a wide assortment of things, and a chipped gem should be perfect for it. And a Lightning Fury Zon is perfect as well for it, and never have to worry about accidentally killing the Cow King as he is lightning immune. I realize I am starting to run out of spots for runes, and like Pokemon, I like to collect them all, so I cube up some extras to make some room. Right here, I make a critical error, and you'll see why in a moment. Sandstorm randomly starts playing on my playlist, and the doo-doo-doo must begin. After the sandstorm has passed, I farm up Lower Karas, which is another great place for gems. And bingo! Chipped amethyst. I can finally cube up my Am runes to make a soul rune so that I can get that insight. But wait a minute, where did it go? Remember that certain items have time limits on them and can eventually despawn if left unattended. White and gray items being the first at 10 minutes. Enjoyed the video? Make sure to like and subscribe the channel for more videos. Playing along? Post a comment below of your findings so far. Or you can watch live at twitch.tv/alarashade.